Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. Hey guys.
Oh, you can do it.
You get all the fanfare. Are you like on an iPhone?
That's all I have is an Apple product.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't get that. It's like,
Yeah, that's an Apple. That's an Apple thing.
And okay, because I'm like, that's not a me thing. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome to our little stream. We got.
And I think it just works on the phone. I don't think it works for any other.
It works on my iPad.
I'm on my MacBook, and it doesn't do the.
Because I know that Russ is all about that with his iPad, but at any rate. Hi, everybody. All right, so we have Matt, the Rockin' Crocheter, and we have Michael from MDL Crochet. How are you all doing? I see 36 peeps out there. How you guys doing? I don't see any comments yet, but that's okay.
The night is young. Are coming.
The night is young, but we are not. So we carry on.
That is definitely true.
Yeah, I don't see no comments yet, no chat.
I do. Well, I got the stream pulled up over on my monitor, so I can see people.
We're not all as fancy schmancy as you are. You young whippersnappers with your tiki-talkies and everything.
I'm older than you.
By how much? A year?
I'm 47. I'll be 48 next month.
Yeah, a year. Ooh. Ooh, shiver me timbers.
Right.
Oh my. Well, and the thing is that, Panda, he's like a year younger than I am. And to me, I don't know. To me, I feel like he's older than me. I guess because, he's had more like worldly experience and whatnot than I have. I'm relatively sheltered by comparison. And I always think that he's older than I am. But, he's the youngin' of the crew. Not by a lot.
He's got that old man body, though.
Don't you dare bite your tongue. Bite your tongue.
He's probably going to come in here and...
Well, he should come in here and smack you upside the head.
I'll wake up next week.
Was it that? Is it a chocolate or is it a chonkla?
It's a chonkla.
Yes, get that out. Okay, I'm seeing absolutely no comments. What is up?
Yeah, I'm seeing the comments that are on. I've got it pulled up on my phone, the stream.
See, I'm seeing absolutely no comments. What
I have no idea what he just
was that?
I don't know. That was him screaming. I don't know. I didn't hear him. But I don't know why the comments aren't coming up.
I'm not seeing any comments whatsoever. I don't know if Restream is being funky.
New comments, at least on my screen. It says new comments will display here.
Yeah, but mine too.
There's nothing.
I don't know if it's a restream thing or if I'm just being dysfunctional in general. I don't know.
No,
I apologize.
Like okay, that's what I'm not seeing any messages either. It looks like the chat's not connecting.
Well, that's kooky.
So
okay. How about this? Okay.
Did you see it in the private one?
Did I what?
In the private one.
I can see that.
I see do you see this? Yes, I see that.
I said, how you gonna have that out there saying I got the old man body on live? That's foul.
That's what I said. Get out the chancla. Get out the chancla. The only thing that I could think of doing would be to end the stream and then like boot it back up again. But I don't know. I mean, to the 62 people out there, I can't see if you're trying to say anything, and I do apologize. I mean, we could keep going, just have an interesting sort of stream, kind of unconventional.
Yeah. Hello, everybody that's came in. He cannot see the chat because his phone is or his phone, his restream is being not connecting,
Funky.
so
Funky,
it's being
funky.
funky today. So if you need to say anything or ask him questions, please put a question mark, the red question mark in the emojis, and I will read it off to him.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I got it too. So if you want to give me a shout, I'm seeing the chat on my phone.
Me or Matt can catch it for you.
Well,
so he says hi to everybody.
I totally appreciate that, you guys. By the way, I made you both mods.
Well, thank you.
Who?
You.
Oh,
yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
both of you.
Panda's a mod too.
Yep. Because of well, see, like I said, I actually listen. Because Michael, you said that I should totally have mods, and I agree. I was just lazy or silly or whatever, and I didn't do what I should do, and like I had a heck of a time getting rid of that troll the last time.
And Cindy Morris, this is her first time joining.
Welcome, welcome, Cindy. I hope everybody out there in YouTube land is doing well.
Brian, Darth Mom.
Darth Mom, hi.
Jen, Fuzzy Butt Crochet.
Fuzzy Butt. I swear that's the best name. Fuzzy Butt Crochet. It
really is.
It's like the best name. It makes me think of, okay, when I was knee-high to a knee, I mean, I used to have a ton of stuffed animals. And they all had, names and personalities and so forth. I was a very imaginative child. And one of them, he was a well-dressed teddy bear, okay? But it was like a brand, like the Care Bears is a brand. This one, the brand, they were called Furskins. And they were like really cool teddy bears, and they were well dressed. And this one, it was like a felted, wide brimmed hat and a plaid shirt and little pants and boots. Like he had like the was it the taupe colored, like the tan colored boots? What are those?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Desert boots.
The light. The what?
If it's the light, we used to call them desert boots.
You think Timberland? Sort of like Timberland boots? That was
the Timberland ones.
Sort of like Timberland boots. And his name was Farrell. And, he was really, really cool. And, when I think of the name Fuzzy Butt, I just think of him for some reason. But no, his name was Farrell. That was the name that he came with. And what's funny, though, is that now, you can technically still find him for sale online on like eBay or Etsy for like an astronomical price because it was a toy of the 80s.
But Fuzzy Butt's also asking, what is everyone working on?
Well, Michael, you go first.
I am working on squares for my Halloween blanket. I can give you hints of colors, but not hints of things. There's hints of colors for one square.
Looks like Oogie Boogie.
The other hint of colors for another square. So there's that.
Is there any purple in there?
No, I'm not. Not on this one. I'm actually figure out that.
Okay. Because I'm like, when I think Halloween colors, I think like red, purple, like a lime green, black, of course, gray, maybe silver.
So I was looking for the slime that I needed. And when I was going through my Halloween tote, I came across a few other colors, and I was like, oh, I forgot about these.
Oh.
So another Halloween blanket's going to be possibly coming. And they're going to have these three colorways in them.
Nice, cool. Nice. Sounds like there's got to be a purple in there.
So, but the main color on the first one I'm doing is squares, is orange, white, and black, and then the one is going to have, for the papa color, is going to have slime color in it.
Very cool. And so it's are you like sewing them together?
They'll be joined together like granny squares, because I wanted a granny square feel to it. They're just, I'll show once these are done.
Only
Well,
if you're
not done,
comfortable.
but
I don't want to press you.
There's going to be 10 different graphic squares.
Very
This
cool.
is there's 10 of these, and then there's going to be 10 of the slime ones and 10 of a different others. And then I did 20 all white, 20 all black, because they're going to be kind of all throughout.
Sounds neat.
And then I've already done a Halloween scarf. I've got another Halloween scarf. I've got right after I get done with this blanket, I'm going to be doing, a trick-or-treat bag. That's kind of over the shoulder trick-or-treat bag, so can't have candy thieves. So that's what I'm working on.
Well, no, I think it's cool, and also I think it's very smart that you are taking care of it now, because Halloween is right around the corner. That's the thing with us, that we always have to think like so far in advance in order to be where we need to be. Like if you need to do like a prototype of a project first, it's like, oh no, you're talking like potentially months in advance. So I get it.
Yeah, and especially with being Tunisian, which is even slower. So it's like I've got to think even more, add an extra month to it, because I've got the yarn in to do my shawl bee's knees. Rena
It's so pretty.
a special colorway for me, and it's like, when am I going to get the time to get to this? Because I want to get this done too, so that's not going to take me about a week to do. But it's the point of what slows you down with us is the filming aspect of it. And then editing it. That's the slow part.
Oh, I get it.
Hi, VJ and Erica and everybody.
Mr. Matt, what are you working on?
Well, Mr. Matt had a yarn haul. As you can see behind me.
You're becoming a veritable Russ.
No, because I really like these.
The Hirschners. Oh, yes.
I really like these. And there's another one that's more yellow, that are very like southwestern colors, and I like those colors. So, and then these two go with the purple. So I haven't decided what I want to make with that. And I like these. So that was... Where's the...
It's some really gorgeous stuff there.
Yes. Like, I like a lot of their variegated. I love the sets that they, like, because I've got this one going to be coming up for a baby blanket too. How they'll do the solids and then do a variegated with those same solid colors in it.
Yeah. And see, the one that I wanted was this one, because I'm working on a blanket right now with it, which is the Moroccan, and they're out until August, like mid-August.
The Moroccan?
Out of the colors that go with this.
I have four of the Moroccan packs.
So you're the guy that took all the Moroccan packs.
I got a Southwest style blanket that I want to do with those colors.
Well, but seriously though, Michael only was able to get what was left over after Russ did his damage. It's like, if you ever run out of something, blame Russ, and then hit him up for what he has in his stash.
See, I like
you,
it because it has the long transitions to it.
Yes.
Very pretty.
And it's a hard, you can see it like right here. It's a hard transition when it doesn't
But you have a
Well,
nice big chunk of color, though. It's not like a 3-stitch variegated. You know, you got some
Yeah.
nice, you got some goodness in
So
there.
this
They-
one's
they-
gonna come out. This one's gonna be, I think, really pretty when I'm finished with it.
that variegated I shown it was in the pack. This is I was just messing. I was testing the length of the variegation, and this is what it. I believe this
That's
is
not bad.
how many stitches wide. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's not that
6,
bad.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15 stitches wide, you know, at a 7mm. And so I wanted to test the length, and they're pretty freaking uniformed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not bad at all. Because, like, for instance, if you were doing like a chevron and like a chevron scarf, it would totally work.
yeah,
You know, just for argument's sake.
Yeah.
and like with this, it's each row is like 2 colors.
And you got some good width there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you know, there's there's only a few little spots where it's changed, like like that. But for most of the blanket, it's like full, like 2 colors per full row.
Oh wow.
No, that works. And there isn't like a ton of color pooling either. You know,
Mhm.
it looks really good. I like. You know, me right now, I'm just basting little hexies for my forever quilt. That's literally taking forever. So I'm just basting fabric around little cardboard hexagons, and I'm going to sew them together and add them to my stash for my quilt. So what's the chat saying?
People were wondering how Russ is doing. Have you heard anything on Russ?
All I know is sort of cursory information that he isn't feeling very well, but as far as details, I do not know. But from what I understand, he's not feeling too hot. That's it. That's all I know. You know, unfortunately, you know, everybody sending good vibes.
Always send them good vibes.
Always,
Exactly.
but you know what I mean.
And I did this.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Is that is a scarab? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I thought it was a moth, but then I saw like the little mandible-y type thingies. But that is a scarab, correct?
Yeah, it's more of a scarab.
It's very pretty, and I like how you went asymmetric.
I like that.
Very, very
And then
pretty.
I was working on one for my. It reminded me of my grandson
Ah.
because he's like way into dinosaurs
And bugs.
and bugs and stuff.
It's sort of a universal thing. It's like when you're a kid, dinosaurs are just fascinating. They're almost like aliens, you know, because you don't see anything like that like now. So
Like
they
walking
almost have
around.
like this mythical quality about them because they're larger than life and they're so different than anything that you see today. And so I think that there's just like this fascination between that, and it also blends into you know, any sort of underwater creatures. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Bonnie's
so
Corner
pretty.
is saying Russ was in another live about 20 minutes ago. Said he'll be live tonight. He is at work. He's fine. So
Oh,
it may have
good.
just had a little cold or something.
That's
But
good.
to everybody who's new, just came in, the chat's not popping up on the screen, so Craig can't see it. So if you have
Sorry.
questions for Craig, please put question marks before your question, and me or Matt will read it off to him.
I do apologize.
We'll
It's a technical
secretary
difficulty.
just this once.
You know, it's a technical thing. I do apologize. If I had any knowledge of how to fix it, I would, but I do not because I'm not a tech person. I'm a crafty person, not a tech person.
For some reason, Restream is not wanting to connect the chat.
I apologize. I
Not
still
your
love you
fault.
guys, though. Still love you guys. It's very, very cool.
How to have the T-Rex.
Well, of course you got to have the T-Rex, you know. But well, all right. So both you guys, what is / was your favorite dinosaur?
I was never into dinosaurs.
You were never a child.
I was straight into Star Trek.
That's okay. My favorites. I wasn't really so much into the carnivores. I liked the herbivores. I liked, the Brontosaurus and the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops. Those were my favorites. I would say especially the Brontosaurus, because to me he was sort of like a gentle giant. Like a really big cow with a really long neck. Just sort of like.
Looks like it'd be the clumsiest dinosaur out there.
Yeah.
They just had this, like, to me, they just felt like they had like a sweet disposition to them. They're just like, I just want to have my romaine and a couple of sun-dried tomatoes and a vinaigrette. I'm fine. They're just, to me, they're just chill based on like what we actually know of them, which is always changing. So it's impossible to really know, in spite of anthropology and archaeology and so on and so forth, all the ologies. I mean, there's more speculation than actuality because we don't really know. That's why, a lot of it's theory. But Matt, what about you?
Actually, it's the same as what you. My
Really?
favorite was always. Well, I threw in a carnivore because I always liked T-Rex, and I liked Triceratops. And then
Triceratops,
Brontosaurus was running a close third.
to me, they're just, like they just sort of make me think of like sort of like, the Saint Bernards, just like big and snuggly, kind of thing with the, no fur, but you know what I mean. I mean, what's funny though is that I remember seeing a documentary about the T-Rex and how actually it wasn't a predator, it was a scavenger. I don't know if this is still construed as a running theory, but because since he had such, little arms, and I think it was Meet the Robinsons, or it was Meet the something. I think it was the Robinsons, where a T-Rex gets a hat put on it and it could like make him talk, and he's like, can't reach, little hands. And because he had such
story?
No, it was Meet the something. I want to say it was Meet the Robinsons.
We have
and it was about this
for you.
Yes.
Mimo Don P would like to know recommendations for a border for your chevron filet blanket.
Actually, I don't really think I would do a border. If you do, I would say maybe just like single crochets to clean it up. Like maybe start with a row of single crochet, finish with a row of single crochet. But honestly, I probably wouldn't do a border on that, especially if you're using a color change yarn, because if you have color changings going with the zigzags and then on the sides, you're using the same yarn, it's going to look weird. If you do a border, when you have like a color change yarn and then doing a border on the entire thing, I would suggest doing like a solid color. Because the colorway will look funky if you're doing the same yarn, if it's a color change yarn and you're doing, you got the ziggy zaggies and then along the sides you have like a different colorway going, that would look weird. So I would say just like do a completely different color that complements the piece, but do a solid color. That's what I recommend. But honestly, with chevron blankets, I never do borders for that precise reason. But I hope that suffices as an answer. It's more of an opinion thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea that because apparently the T-Rex had like such like great sense of smell, it was to sniff out dead carrion to feed on, that he was more of a scavenger as opposed to a hunter. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if we'll ever know, but I just always felt that was interesting.
I don't think we want to know.
Well, as long as, like Jurassic Park doesn't actually happen, and because there's that one line that Jeff Goldblum says, they always thought about whether or not they could. They never stopped to think whether or not they should.
They should.
It's like the best line.
Because she said thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You are very, very welcome.
And Darth Mom
yes.
went right from dinosaurs to Godzilla.
Oh, there you go. Actually, I never really got so much into the Godzilla movies.
Yeah, that's a big one with me is Godzilla.
They have a great kitsch appeal, like when there are those two tiny little women in the Mothra movie, and they're like, please return our egg, please return our egg, talking about the Mothra egg, and talking about Monster Island and so on and so forth. I mean, there was a interesting kitschy appeal to them, but I never really got into the whole pantheon of different monsters that Godzilla had to fight.
Yeah, same here.
And baby Godzilla, he always looked like, the turkey timer hadn't popped yet. Like, he just looked really odd.
Yeah, he did.
Like he wasn't quite ready.
And the voice was never quite. The lines were never quite right with the voice.
Of course, yeah, everything was very questionably dubbed. And actually, I'm reading a really good book right now, all you peeps out there. And actually, I did tell Panda about it, and now I'm going to tell you guys about it. It is, I have the book jacket here. Dungeon Crawler Carl, excuse me, by Matt Dinneman. Really, really good book. And I always remove the dust jackets from the book when I'm reading it, keep them nice and fresh. And yeah, it says, "You will not break me." And so Dungeon Crawler Carl is the first in the series. It's got like 8 books. Well, sorry, 7 books. He's working on the 8th right now, I believe. And so far, it's actually pretty good. And so on the inside, it says, "What's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend? Being stuck with her prize-winning show, Cat. And what's worse than that? An alien invasion, the destruction of all man-made structures on Earth, and the systematic exploitation of all the survivors for a sadistic intergalactic game show. That's what." Join Coast Guard vet Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, as they try to survive the end of the world or just get to the next level in a video game-like trap-filled fantasy dungeon. A dungeon that's actually the set of a reality television show with countless viewers across the galaxy. Exploding goblins, magical potions, deadly drug-dealing llamas. This ain't your ordinary game show.
That just sounds like downtown.
You have a question.
Yes.
Craig, can you measure your small samples of the projects you're doing a tutorial on a stitch to see how long it is, please?
What?
You mean like per like if it's a swatch and I have like the multiples, like how many like inches per multiple? Is that what they mean?
I'm not sure. Raytina, can you specify what you mean, if you don't mind, sweetheart?
And you know what? That is a very fair question, and I think I have a reasonably fair answer. The reason why I typically don't do that is because everybody's gauge and tension is different, and that's why I would suggest do a swatch first. Because even if you use the same hook size and the same yarn and we're doing the same stitch, we could end up with 2 very different size pieces.
Yeah.
And that's why they always say, da 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 to gauge. And so that's why I always say, this is the multiple, and do a couple of multiples for a swatch. Then, based on your swatch, you can figure out how many multiples you would need for your desired width. And, you know, like my mom and I, we've got very different, you know, gauges. Russ and I, we've got completely different gauges. You know, like he uses, you know, like a very, very, very different size knitting needle than I do because his gauge is completely different. But that's, you know, that's just the thing. It's different. It's not right or wrong. It's just different.
Yeah, that's what she was meaning. See, like for me, I do my stuff to where it doesn't matter what gauge you're using. This will be the first time I have put something out that gauge will matter. Because, you know, to make the squares 6 inches by 6 inches, gauge really matters.
Right. Unless, well, if like you don't pay attention to that, then you could end up with, they're more like little rectangles as opposed to squares.
Yes.
You know, because if your tension is slightly different, then the dimensions will be different. But that's why typically I don't do measurements. You know, that's why I suggest doing a swatch. I hope that helps. So yeah, that book, seriously, I started it on Tuesday and I'm already like 158 pages in. Now for me, that's a lot since Tuesday. It's actually really quite good. Best way I can describe it for those of you that might know, it's a cross between The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner, Ready Player One, and The Running Man, if that makes any sense. And I'm rather enjoying it, I must say. The only thing, though, yes?
Ray, Tina has a question.
Oh,
Yes, that is what I'm asking about. I want to know the size about is why.
well, it really depends. Like I said, it really depends on your gauge. You know, I mean, also if you use a different size hook or a different yarn weight, it'll completely change it. You know, like unless if you have my exact tension, it's not, the information unfortunately isn't really going to help you much.
Yeah, I guess they're looking for like a guesstimate.
Mm.
Like this should fall between this and this, but you know that is. I mean, because you make your projects pretty much kind of interchangeable with, well, yarn and tensions and needle and hook size. So that, I mean, that all is going to be playing in. Yeah.
It's tricky, you know. I'll be the first to admit it is tricky. It's not easy because it's not an exact science. You know, like if, for instance, if I was doing, say, loom knitting, the loom dictates the circumference, and the yarn weight dictates, you know, the tension and so forth. You know, I mean, granted, the tension is a little bit different based on how tightly you wrap the pegs on a loom knit type deal, but it's a lot more consistent than, you know, if it's done by a human. You know, so doing something on, you know, a pin loom, a peg loom, a knit loom, something like that, it's much more consistent than if it's done strictly by hand. You know, like, or if you're using like the Addy, the knitting machine, it's very, very consistent. The only difference is the yarn weight. You know, like if you're using the exact same yarn, you're going to end up pretty much with the exact same thing. You know, I tell you, I haven't used mine in ages. But you know, I've just been doing everything by hand lately. And you know, for those of you that are here, and you know, for those of you that are still here in spite of technical difficulties, and I appreciate
Okay. Yeah.
that.
She was asking pretty much just like a guesstimate. Like, okay, so it should fall between this range, you know.
That's fair. I'll try to keep it in mind for future stuffs, you know, but it's just like I said, keep in mind. Yes.
Helen had a question for you. Did you get the package yet?
Helen, yes, I did actually. Thank you so very, very much. Yes, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. I have the package. I have not opened it yet. I am very much looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've gotten any happy mails, so I'm all excited. And so I will be opening that up this week. I will do a standalone Happy Mail video for that. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's so squishy. I don't know if it's. I assume it's fluffy. I'm reasonably assuming that there's yarn inside, but I don't know yet. But I have a reasonable suspicion and hunch that there's yarn inside, and I keep thinking of the Despicable Me. It's so fluffy. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you. So I shall be, like, this upcoming week doing a standalone Happy Mail video, and like I said, it's been a while, because as you guys know, as I always say, I expect nothing, but I appreciate everything, and it makes my day.
Yes.
It really, really does. Even the cards. I did get it wasn't a card. It was like a note that was sent to me. Tomorrow it'll be a week ago. So it's like this past Saturday. I got a little note in the mail, and it was a simple question about yardage and yarn weight, and they left their email and their phone number. I'm like, I'm going to give them a call. Something I don't normally do, but I'm like, I'm just going to give them a call. I'll surprise her. And she was very nice. She was very pleasant. We kibitzed and we chit chatted and stuff. And it was right before I had to clock into work, so it was kind of brief, but we had a nice chat. And we were talking about doing donation work for a nursing home, and how she would do shawls for the ladies, but the guys didn't want to wear shawls, understandably. I get it. So she would make them lap blankets, or she was trying to make them vests. And I'm like, well, how about you do a wheelchair size snuggie? So instead of just like a regular blanket for a wheelchair size, do a snuggie. That way their arms are also warm. And she's like, what's a snuggie? And I'm like, you haven't heard of the snuggie? I'm like, the as seen on TV snuggie? It's the blanket with sleeves. It's like, picture, for those of you that aren't familiar, the snuggie is basically taking a robe and putting it on backwards, essentially, so that the opening is at the back and it's closed in the front, and you're putting your arms through the sleeves, and it's completely closed in the front. So essentially, I have a theory about the snuggie. The inventor had a really wicked night the night before, and he got up and he put on his robe backwards, and he's like, wait a minute, this is kind of cool. And it was a hangover inspiration. So I was like, yeah, just do like the dimensions of like a wheelchair sized blanket, but do sleeves on the front, and that way they're nice and snug and they got their arms free. And so no, it was nice. Woozy Wetskis. So yes, Helen, thank you. So now, for those of you, as I was saying, for those of you that are still here, I totally appreciate it in spite of the technical difficulties. And Matt and Michael, thank you so much for helping me in spite of the technical difficulties.
It's all good.
So, gonna give you a sneak peek of what's coming out tomorrow. This is a super duper easy poncho. It is a 1 round repeat. It is the V-stitch poncho. It's light, it's lacy, it's super duper easy because you're working into the stitch spaces, not into the actual stitches. So it flies right by. And so you can see, it's got a very lightweight laciness to it. I got it. This was the Mandala bonus bundle in the colorway of Chewy, as in Chewbacca, I think. And I still had a whole bunch of yarn left over from the skein after I made this. So, just one cake is all you need, really. And so
and that's so
is
funny
going to
because
be...
I put out the Tunisian V-stitch this week.
I'm sorry.
It's funny because I put out the Tunisian V-stitch this week.
But there you go. It was meant to be. So yeah, it's really, really, really easy, and you can go on autopilot and just have a chill time with it. You know, pop on a Netflix show and binge watch while you work on your project. Yeah, so it's ridiculously easy. You know, it's not as lacy as other projects like the oh, what was it? The other one that I did, that poncho. I can't remember the name of it. I did it in, it was like a blue colorway.
Let's look.
I can't remember the name of it. It was only like 2 weeks ago. But it did really well. And I'm really pleased and that was like, I think it was a 2-round repeat.
To the acrobatic stitch.
Thank you. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yes, the acrobatic stitch poncho. You know, that was the same deal. It was the mandala bonus bundle. Because since you're going around the entire circumference of the poncho, the colorway, the color changes are a lot bigger with the bonus bundle, which is good for the poncho, so that it isn't too stripy. You've got a nice band of color going on. And so, yeah, that's going to be coming out tomorrow. And I'm going a little bit poncho crazy. I just finished another one, actually. Just finished it today, the prototype for it. And that one is going to be coming out next month. But I'm not going to give a sneak peek on that one. I'm going to let you guys fester with curiosity on that one, because it's not until next month.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, and Matt, you saw it too.
If it's, I would say if it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
We know something you don't know. We know something you don't know.
You're gonna love it.
Well, you know what? Now I'm thinking of you've seen the movie Scrooged? Have you seen the movie Scrooged? Where it was the ghost of Christmas Present. I know something you don't know. I know something you don't know. Carol Kane. It was Carol Kane. Yes, she was the ghost of Christmas Present in that movie. But yeah, it'll be like, I want to say early next month. That one is, that's gonna be like a crochet along. Because there's a lot to it. So I'm thinking it's going to be several parts long. And I think that during that week, like instead of doing my usual Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday videos, I think I might just do the tutorial, you know, for, you know, like spread out the parts, you know, part 1, 2, 3, da 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 throughout the week. And that way I could just focus on that and not sidetrack myself onto other things as well.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit more condensed.
Because us creative mind folks, we get sidetracked real easy.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Especially when it comes to tutorials, we squirrel.
Yes, we definitely squirrel. We are squirrely. You know, we've got good intentions, but yeah, it does happen. Actually, when I was doing the tutorial for the V-stitch poncho, I did like a really small demo piece, not like the full neckline of the one that I just wore. And so I'm like, oh, this could fit a chihuahua. And I was thinking of Paco. Because I think it was like a 36 chain neckline. And I'm like, yeah, that Paco could wear this.
He wants
it's the Wonder Mutt. Hello.
He wants his poncho.
Our little handsome man.
Hi, everybody coming in. If you're wondering what's going on, the chat is not connecting from YouTube to Restream, so Craig can't see it. So me and Matt are, if you have questions, we'll read it to him. Playing second.
Sorry. It wouldn't be a stream without some sort of technical difficulty, right?
I just think it's Restream being weird.
Well, you know what? It's honestly, I'm still happy with changing over from StreamYard to Restream because of what they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, so I just hopefully that this is not like a perpetual thing. We can hope.
You got to pay to see chat.
You know, I seriously, it's like something out
Oh
of Black
goodness.
Mirror.
Right.
You know, well, I mean, you know, actually, I still haven't seen any of the latest season of Black Mirror yet. I plan to. I do plan to, but I haven't seen any of the latest bits. I mean, and it's funny, I hadn't even finished season 2 of Squid Game, and then season 3 came out. I'm like, what happened? Like, what? What?
I
And
know
then,
that. Oops.
And
but
we
no, go
just
ahead.
Robin Rhodes just gave 10 memberships to Sherry R, Tracy Huber, April Patton, Tie Dye and Dawn,
You.
Fiber Arts. I have AKA Barb S, Sassy Mary, Mandy, SL Smith, Ann Ruiz, and Nana Michelle Crochets received them.
Thank you so much. You said that was Robin?
Robin, yes. Robin
Yeah.
Robin Rhodes is from, she is a huge supporter of almost every
Aw.
channel out there.
Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. I do very blah, 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 blah. Rewind, replay. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you. I get a little tongue-tied, but I still very sweet. Thank you so much. Always, always, always appreciated. You guys are so sweet and generous. Uziwetsky. So, oh, did you guys see the trailer for Stranger Things?
I don't watch Stranger Things.
Bite your tongue. You don't like dinosaurs and you don't watch Stranger Things?
I tried watching Stranger Things. It just didn't. It's not my thing.
But you were a child in the 80s.
I fell asleep during Queen of the Damned.
Okay, we went from Anne Rice to
We went from yeah.
So
where did
I fall
Queen of the
asleep
Damned
in
come
Moulin
from?
Rouge. I fall asleep and it just doesn't interest me. I don't pay attention to it.
Okay. Well, it's funny that you mentioned Queen of the Damned because I literally just finished reading The Vampire Lestat like a couple days ago.
Hadn't you read
And
that a couple of times? Like, isn't that on the rotation?
no,
I thought
actually,
you had.
I might have read it like years ago, but no, if I had read it, this would be like the second time that I read it. But no, I've been going book crazy lately. But so you're
Hi,
just not
Michi.
into Stranger Things? Who's that?
No, Michi.
Hi, Michi.
Hey,
I think I also made Michi a mod,
Yes, you did.
if I'm not mistaken. You know, I tried to go through a lot of the tried and true names, you know, that I see like on the regular, and so I did go through a fair number and turn them into mods because yes, you know, anything to keep out, you know, the icky troll people.
And she says, "Thank you so much for reading my childhood butcher to Boucher." I guess I don't know how to say that in German.
Oh,
to me.
Well, I know it's. I know there's.
Max and Moritz.
I know there's a Uma in there. So
Max and Moritz.
And she just gave you a $5 super chat.
Thank you. Well, yeah,
Says you
I was.
rock.
Yeah, well, you know, I looked into it and I'm like, oh, this sounds neat. So I thought I would give it a try. So I bought it off of Amazon, and you know, I did part 1 on Tuesday, and I would like to do part 2 this upcoming week. It reads fast. I mean, the first part video that I did, it was half the book, and it was only
Oh,
10
wow.
minutes. Yeah, it
yeah,
reads fast.
we listened to that. We listened to that the other night. That was really cool.
Thank you.
I like the story.
You know, apparently they meet an untimely end, but considering how rotten they are, they deserve it. But did you listen? Wait, Matt,
I
did
don't
you,
do audiobooks
Mike?
either, though.
Well, no, like, no, it's about these two boys. They are rotten little turds, okay?
Yes, they are.
You know, they pull these pranks and they terrorize people. So if they get some karma, you know, hey, good. You know, they deserve it, the little turds. But no, I'm enjoying it. You know, I do love getting recommendations for audiobooks and stuff, but it's only when it's a public domain book, because otherwise I can't do it. I'll get smacked with a copyright. You know, it has to be
Yes.
old enough and it has to be public domain. Like, I mean, I would love to do Ray Bradbury. Don't get me wrong. I would love to do that. But it is so copyrighted that I'd get smacked, you know?
Jeanette Egan says, Matt, check your email.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
yeah, Jeanette, I saw that. I saw that. I saw it earlier.
Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Pokey
One
pokey.
moment.
Okay, so did you see the trailer, Matt?
The what?
The trailer for Stranger Things.
I hate to say it. I'm not. I saw the first 2 seasons, and kind of it just kind of fell off.
You disappoint me, you peoples. No, I think it's a good show. I'm a little disappointed that it's taken them this long to get this far in the series. Because what's funny is that, you know, the series started when the characters, you know, the actors were like, you know, like maybe 11 or 12. You know, they were really young. Now they're old enough to have kids that are like 11 or 12. You know, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, I know that COVID really messed up the filming schedule, and I understand that. I respect that, but it feels like they're taking their sweet time.
And another one that I fell off on too. I watched. I loved the first season, but I wasn't interested in watching the second season. Was it The Last of Us?
Did they come out with the second season?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm all right. No, I'm sorry. I messed it up in my head. I When you said The Last of Us, I thought you meant the show All of Us Are Dead. For some reason, I mixed it up in my mind. All of Us Are Dead was a Korean zombie series. The Last of Us, I never even played the game. I never watched the movie. Sorry, the series. Never saw it. I know of it.
The movie, the series was actually pretty good,
I heard.
but I watched the first one, and then there was no like big, you know, push to watch the second. Like I see the
Okay.
trailers and stuff for it, but it's like okay.
I mean, I do. The irony is that I own the game. I just have never played it.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? I like same thing with Red Dead Redemption Part 2. That's another one that's like super duper popular. And it's like, yeah, I bought them. I've never played them because I get caught up in other things. You know, it happens. Because like right now I'm still slogging away at playing um Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And I'm having a lot of fun with it, don't get me wrong, but I feel guilty because I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I put it on a hiatus and I have to get back to that. And then there's Little Nightmares 3 is going to be coming out at some point. Looking forward to that. There's just so many games, you know. You know, it's hard to keep up with everything. I mean, eventually, yeah, I would love to play Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Last of Us and so many other things. It's just there are only so many hours in a day. And that's even with posting videos on my video game channel, Fiber Spider Games, every other day. You know, every other day I post. You know, it's usually about an hour, like a half hour to an hour long video every other day. You know, it's just a fun little escape. And off
I know.
camera,
I know. With my
right?
sons, it's all about the shoot 'em up games,
I mean, those are fun. I mean, off
like
camera, I've been playing.
Call of Duty. What's the other one? The one with the sergeant.
Oh, that helps.
No, it's like the suit Halo.
Okay. Now, you know what? I've never played Halo. I've never played Call of Duty. Like I do like shoot 'em up games, but not specifically like Army, Navy, Special Forces kind of thing. Never really been into those. But I am replaying off camera. It's called Horizon Zero Dawn. That one's really good.
I mean, I'm
And
dating myself because I played one of the Tom Clancy games. And it was actually really good. It was like Spec Ops, I want to say.
okay, well, no, I mean, you'd be dating yourself if you like said that you had like a Centipede cabinet arcade game in your living room. You know,
Close.
oh,
Very
Pong,
close. Very close. No.
Galaga,
No,
Dig Dug.
when I was in high school,
Yeah.
I had a stand up like machine in my
Hello.
bedroom,
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
and I had asteroids.
Really?
Yes, I had an asteroids machine thing in my bedroom.
No, that's cool. I mean, I would if I could. Actually, it would be cool though if you could like change out the game. Like you could have the cabinet, but if you could change out the game, that would be cool.
Yeah,
That would be
at the time my stepfather bought like 4 of them, I think, and out of the 4, I got the asteroids machine, and
you're lucky,
the rest of them went to his franchise.
lucky booger.
Hmm.
You know, the thing is like there was like the two biggies for me. It was either like Galaga or Galaxian, which is like Space Invaders. You know, I liked Galaga because you had the tractor beam and you know you had the different phases, and also you could fire your laser beams much more rapidly. Like you didn't have to like there wasn't like slow timed, you know, methodical. It's like and of course you had Matthew Broderick playing that in the movie War Games, so that was like, you know, instant win.
The one I always hated was it Missile Command? And you had the trackball, and you had
Oh yeah,
you
I
had,
hated the
you had
trackball.
to stop the missiles from coming in. I
Mhm.
always ran out of ammunition.
Well, between
All
that
right.
and Centipede and Millipede, they also had the trackball, I think.
Viper Jazz Rebecca gave 20 gift membership. Sue R, Mama Susu, Samika
Thank
Love,
you, Simon.
Thank
Bonnie's
you so
Corner,
much.
Kristen F, Cecilia Talent, Lynn Moore, Lynn Camo, Rita Pacheco,
Wow.
Nix Hixie, Helen Park. I forgot where else I just left off. IBB
Thank you so
Creates, The
much.
Crafty Goddess, Kala, all the Mo Kisses, Rita Payton, Carla Cheesebrew, Suzanne, Coiter, and man, it keeps moving. Sue Ann, Marchwood,
Wind.
and then Howie Will.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, gonna spoil me. Thank you. We just do what we do here, and I appreciate every little bit. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
that wasn't a little bit. That was a big bit. Don't get me wrong. Thank you.
I gotta say thank you to MDL too, because he hooked it up last night. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Fiber Fam.
Thank you.
And that interview with y'all did with Mikey was really good.
Yep,
Thank you.
that's right.
I was working. I'm sorry. I couldn't hop on. You know, I couldn't say hi. I was busy checking books in and checking them out and doing all sorts of crazy whatnots.
Checking what out?
Books. I was at the library.
Books. Oh,
Yes, yes. Yeah, books.
He was making that paycheck.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I feel bad today for them. I really do, because today apparently they thought. See, I'm very old school about
Chris,
libraries.
you
Yes.
got some super
and
chats too. Christy
yeah,
Frick at $5 and Helen Spivak $10.
$10.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Much obliged. I'm just sorry I can't see the chat, you guys. I do apologize. But my two wingmen crew peeps, they're helping me out tonight, and I really appreciate it. My besties. Um, so yeah, at the library, they're doing I guess you would call it like their own rendition of a game convention at the library.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Now I'll admit, I'm very curmudgeon-y and old school. It's like you go to the library, you get books, you study, you work on research papers, you make your photocopies and that sort of thing. But no, they're having like a game convention type thing today, GamerCon. And it's all day. So they're doing like
That's pretty cool.
mini golf and like game shows and video games and board games and lawn games and giant games, like giant Jenga. The blocks are like bricks. And
Did you have the
giant.
lawn darts with the spikes?
No, we have the safe version. But no, we have like all sorts of stuff. Like we have our equipment and gadgets that people can take them out for free. And like we have tons of stuff like cricket machines and sewing machines and metal detectors and ukuleles and croquet sets, and
Wow.
yeah, we got all sorts of stuff that you can take out. And so the games are very, very popular. Some of the musical instruments too. Like we have steel drums and singing bowls and ukuleles and keyboards and xylophones and you name it. We got all sorts of stuff going on. And so yeah, they're doing a game convention today, all day, from I think it's like 10 in the morning until 8 at night tonight. And I can only imagine how noisy it's going to be. So I feel kind of bad for my coworkers, because whether they like it or not, they're getting roped in. I'm very old fashioned. Like you go into a library and you have your indoor voice, and you're not supposed to talk above like a low pitched voice. Otherwise you get like the death stare. That's not the case anymore, unfortunately, but I'm old school.
It's like that scene from Indiana Jones
Yes, with the stamp.
with the stamp.
Yes.
Clang!
Yes, I was just saying that just yesterday. I kid you not, you little mind reader. I was just mentioning that scene yesterday.
That's one of my favorite scenes. The little old guy in the Italian library.
Yes.
And he like looks at the stamp and he like sets it down. That's awesome.
Michi's Crochet Nook, just letting you know I picked up a couple of patterns from your shop. Yours, Craig.
Thank you so much. I hope you like them. Thank you.
And on the way and the other direction, I picked up a pattern from Michi's store. And one from Mikey's. I downloaded 2 today that I wanted to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, the poncho that I showed you guys, the one that I finished, but it's going to be coming up next month. I'm not going to write a pattern for that sucker. I
don't blame you.
I don't have a big enough aspirin bottle for that.
That looks like that would be a headache to write.
Yes. I mean, that's why, like, writing out a fillet pattern, my mind can totally do it. Like a fillet pattern, it's like, okay, it's double crochets and chain stitches and repeats and stuff. Like, I can do that. This other one, it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I'll do a tutorial. I will do a very thorough tutorial, sure, but writing it out that pattern, oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Yeah, right.
My patience is vast, but it does have limitations. You know, just figuring out the initial mathing to get the neckline to work, that was a monster. But I will give you guys a heads up as far as the yarn. I will say that I did use Pound of Love, and it's the size of it, it's actually larger than I had anticipated. So you might be able to get away with using one skein of Pound of Love for the poncho. It's better to err on the side of caution and get two just in case, because I did need to go into a second skein of the Pound of Love for the one that I did. But if I did like one repeat less, I probably could have made it with just the one skein. So I will give you that much of a sneak peek preview hint, you know, if you will. You know, I'll give you that. I'll give you that nibble, you know, that
Right.
little munch. But I'm not going to go into what it is, but I'll give you that. Okay. I'll be a little bit of a tease, but I'll also be a little bit fair, you know. So I'm trying here. My mom says I'm very trying, but usually that's regarding her patience. I'm honest. I'm honest, you know. I call her my geriatric delinquent.
Yeah, Panda's saying he can't wait till your next project comes out, which probably talking about the same one.
Well, I mean, I've got,
you
you know,
showed him, right?
yeah. Well, I didn't.
Oh wait,
I didn't. What?
No, oh, never mind. I was thinking something else.
That's okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I do have a poncho coming out tomorrow. But the one that I finished today, I didn't take any pictures of the finished piece. It's, you know, it's more polished than the last pic I sent to you. But
Yeah.
you'll see it. I will definitely take photos. But yeah, you know, just, you know me, I'm always keeping busy with something. I had to do something completely different, so that's why I'm right now just basting some hexies for my forever quilt. You know, and also I'm working on actually a knitted scarf. It is somewhere. It's somewhere in the menagerie. I'm working on a knitted scarf right now. I thought it would be nice. I know it's not expected or, you know, anything like that, but because I've already made 2 visits already to my current tattooer, and I've got my next appointment in just less than a month. It's on the 22nd of August. I have my next appointment. I thought, you know, it might be nice to maybe make them some knitted scarves for Christmas. So I'm already starting on that. You know, it's just me doing what I do. I'm using Pound of Love in the colorway of Oxford Gray, and I'm just doing like a simple sort of a basket weave, you know, 3 knit, 3 purl, 3 knit, 3 purl, and then do that for like 3 rows and then swap it out like checkerboard style. You know, just basic but textured, nice, tasteful. You know, so that's yet another thing I'm working on, as if I didn't have enough. And, ooh, really exciting. Well, to me, it's exciting. I'm going to try for the first time, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to try making my own hot sauce from scratch.
Ooh.
Yes. Looking forward to that. So yesterday I got some yellow onions and some fresh garlic and a red bell pepper and jalapenos and some serrano, I think.
Woohoo!
I think that's the word, serrano.
Yes, serrano peppers.
And so I got those. Well, because those are still relatively low on the Scoville scale, I didn't want to go with the habaneros yet. You know, I would like to, but I'd like to like build my way up to that, you know, until I know what I'm doing a little bit more.
Mm.
the one that's really good if you have like a Latin market near you.
Well,
It's
they do
a
have a lot of. I'm sorry. What
it's called a Monsanto pepper.
is that? The monster or the ghost?
No,
Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Well, I'm
it looks like
I'm new.
a little. They're usually about like that big, and they're like a little. It looks like a little apple.
Okay.
Like tomatillos almost.
No, like it's the shape of tomatillos, but it's yellow. It's an actual
Okay.
pepper.
I mean, I'm learning, but I figured, before I get into the habaneros, I'd like to, have more of a basis going on first. I mean, the jalapenos, I can deal with jalapenos.
Y'all like that punishment afterwards, don't y'all?
Oh yeah. When it comes to culinary stuff, yes, I'm a masochist. But I just figured I'd give it a try, and I got a bunch of little 8-ounce bottles, and got those in the other day, and I went shopping and I got my produce. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. Oh, those are cute. They're cute little guys. They do look sort of like tomatillos.
Okay.
Well, in the picture, they're right below the tomatillos.
There you go.
But they're actually like
So they're like super hot.
Oh,
it's
almost
an
like
actual pepper.
bell pepper-ish
Mm,
on the inside.
It ish,
Is what it looks like.
but this has got some kick to it. It's about. I would say it's about equivalent to Serrano,
Mhm.
but it has like a little sweeter flavor to it. I mean, it's still hot, but
Right.
it's not real sharp.
Yeah,
See, that's why I got a red bell pepper. Even though I know that red bell peppers, they have absolutely no heat to them. But the reason why I got a red bell pepper is to add a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of body to the sauce without adding heat. And then the jalapenos and the serranos, those will give it the heat. But I figured that the red bell pepper, it'll give it some sweetness, but also it'll be sort of like adding breadcrumbs to your meatloaf. It'll give it some more body without giving it the extra heat.
Yeah, for that I would have used the red peppers because those are going to be sweeter.
No, that I did. I got a red bell pepper.
Red bell peppers.
Yeah, because I don't want to add sugar. I would rather add a pepper that's sweet as opposed to adding sugar. And I've got
stuff.
Yeah, and I've got plenty of vinegar, so I think I'm all set to go. And I don't know, I think it'll be a fun little experiment. And if
Helen would like to thank you for inspiring her, Craig.
oh, well, you're very welcome. I like I always say, I do what I do. I try to do the best that I can, and I try to keep going from there. And if I inspired you, you're very welcome. It's what we do.
It's hard. If we inspire one person, we've done our job.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm more than aware that I can't please everybody. That's an impossible task. But for those that I do, hey, cool beans. All we can do is keep trying and keep going and moving and grooving and doing what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's a recipe for you.
Oh.
Get 2 jalapenos, 3 serranos, like 4 tomatoes, an onion, and then like they call them Mexican onions. They're like a green onion but on steroids. No, I'm serious. They're like
I know what you're talking about too.
That sounds like a leak.
It's not a leek. It's a green onion, but they're like
Okay.
huge green onions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
so they're amped up.
Yeah, and then take those and put them in the oven and toast them,
Mhm. With
and
olive
then
oil.
and like drizzle a little olive oil, and then dump that in the food processor, and it makes some really killer salsa.
Oh, because I was gonna say, like, I'm like, we're going somewhere. I didn't know where at first.
No, it's salsa.
A little bit
Oh,
of
so you
garlic.
roast them to give them that roasty flavor, and then you're making salsa. No, that sounds really good. Actually, ooh, you know what I should do?
You can put garlic in it, but we don't
Mhm.
because Rebecca can't have garlic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love garlic with a passion.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so cute. I love his little
That is very
hands.
cool.
I love his little hands. He's like,
That's one of 10 of those done.
I know how that goes. But I got like I got maybe like 10 serranos, and then I got like a ton of jalapenos. And I was thinking initially of taking the leftover jalapenos and pickling them, slice them, pickle them, refrigerator style. But now I'm thinking I should make jalapeno poppers. Love jalapeno poppers because I have the right cheese and I've got cream cheese and I can whip up some breadcrumbs, no problem. So
the one like when we go get tacos is they take the serranos where we go get tacos, and they roast them with the serranos with some onions, and it's good stuff. Like for tacos and for like you can throw it on just about anything.
And actually, that's another thing I was thinking about doing this weekend is I've got some ground beef in the freezer, and I was thinking that I could make up some tortillas because I got plenty of masa harina, and I was thinking about making some corn tortillas and then using it trying my new hot sauce when I finally make it. I was thinking about like having a taco Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, Helen Craig, do you know the trick of adding a small amount of milk as well as breadcrumbs to your meatballs? It keeps them from seizing up and makes them tender. I've never added milk.
I didn't.
I
know about adding breadcrumbs. I do know about the breadcrumbs. I didn't know about the milk, but also when it comes to making meatloaf or meatballs, I'm completely inexperienced. I've never made them myself. My mom has, but I only just fairly recently got started on working with ground beef. Typically, I use it for taco filling, but I'm getting there. I'm learning stuff all the time. This old dog can be taught new tricks.
I usually add just 1 egg per pound, and then I'll use the Italian breadcrumbs because why not add extra seasoning into it?
Yeah,
that's the way I've done it too.
And I do the same thing with.
I've never put
now I do not with my meatballs. If I'm using Italian ground sausage, I will not add an egg because there's already enough fat in the sausage to hold it together. And then I'll just slow cook them in the slow cooker.
See, and good. And Mike and I think alike, or at least we sit alike. No, I'm serious.
Oh,
well, you got the same chair. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
you guys are birds of a feather. I'm just in my bed right now. I have no room for a fancy schmancy gamer type chair. I don't got that.
It's cheap. These were like about $100.
Yeah.
No, I don't have the room.
And literally a year ago, I was going to go on a live with Zach, and 2 hours before the live, I went to go scoop my older chair up, and it just broke. So I had to hurry up and go buy a chair. So I was like, well, looks like I'm going to have to get this one.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a comfortable chair. Rebecca and I both have them.
I just had this
We got
image of
a-
Rebecca wearing a pair of headphones with cat ears sticking up from the top. I mean, they're cool. I think they'd look good on her.
But I do all the cooking around here. Just like the other day, I was sitting here working up squares, and I literally got
Making up chicken nuggets for Panda.
I got the craving for, I don't know why, like the craving for the enchilada sauce. Because I have to go to a special market here in town to get this powdered enchilada sauce. And it's in a yellow and blue package, but it tastes just like my grandma used to make. And that's what I got the craving for. And so I was like, well, I might as well make enchiladas. So I got at that same place, they do the homemade tortillas. So, and I can't stand anything corn. I don't like it. I won't eat it. No matter what it is, it all smells like feet. And when you're stationed around Marines, that's all you smell.
Yeah.
So I don't touch corn. So it's flour tortillas. And I made enchiladas, and I made a mess ton of them. So that's what dinner is tonight, too. Leftover enchiladas.
Hey, enchiladas, Rebecca laughs at me because we've gone into Mexican restaurants and I've asked them, instead of corn tortillas, can they make it with flour tortillas, the enchiladas? Because I just like them better with the flour tortillas.
I do too. And I don't know. It's like when they crisp, if some sauce doesn't get on that little part, and if it crisps up in the oven, it still tastes good.
Yeah.
Right, crispy flour tortilla.
Rebecca made some. They weren't flour tortillas. They were corn tortillas, and they were the bomb. Oh my gosh! But they weren't like regular tortillas. Are they from Texas? Are they from
New Mexico?
From New Mexico? And what they do is they'll take the tortilla, and dip it in the sauce, and then put it on the plate, and then put like chicken and stuff on it, and then put another tortilla on top of it, and just layer it so it's still like flat round, but it's
like a lasagna.
Yeah, it's like a with the enchilada sauce all over it and the cheese on the top.
Well, you're making me think of a really painfully bad joke when you're talking about corn in the armed services. I mean, why do you always see corn in the army?
I don't know.
They make the best colonels.
Lasagna, exactly.
I'm sorry. I know it's bad. It's bad. I know.
Even Paco groaned.
But that's saying something.
He was like,
that's saying something.
As soon as you told the joke, he went.
Everybody's a critic.
They're talking about meatloaf. The bigger muffin tins that like have only 6 in there because they're that big.
Yeah.
I'll make the meatloafs in that. So take a half a stick of cheese and put it right in the middle.
Ooh.
And then, yeah. And you got manageable size meatloafs that way, So if you only want one, you're not wasting all this other. Plus, it's all cooked on the outside and everything. So if you have that leftovers, it's easier to put away.
I'm going to pass that on to my mom because she makes meatloaf fairly often. She used to make it in the most god-awful way. I'm going to throw her under the bus, but I think it's justifiable. Because, I mean, I used to really like my mom's meatloaf back when she used to use beef. And then she, got onto the ground turkey kick. And so, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the ground turkey, but what made it really worse is because also she's very much into the Weight Watchers stuff, which is fine. No. But it gets worse. It gets worse. So it was ground turkey meatloaf, but instead of breadcrumbs, She used the most god-awful add-in I could possibly think of.
Cornflakes.
Not those
Worse.
crazy noodles.
Worse.
Those like 0 number noodle, like, ugh.
Oatmeal.
My grandma added oatmeal to hers.
Oh,
Yeah.
it came out so bad because it was like mushy. You know, it was like it was mushy. It was so wet. It wasn't just wet. It was wet. You know, it was moist. You
Yeah,
know,
my
it was
grandma used to add like some oatmeal. Wasn't always a lot.
Yeah.
It was some for the
A lot of
binding.
people do.
Oh,
Yeah,
this was a lot.
And
yeah,
it was
that's what my grandmother would do the same.
Yeah.
It was too much. It was way too much. It was just like, oh, I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I started learning how to cook.
Well, maybe
Because I'm like, I can't do this. I'm
Well,
sorry. If you
I've got
enjoy
you
it, more
beat.
power to you. I can't do this.
I've got you beat on the meatloaf story.
Oh,
my gosh, my mom, bless her heart, she was crafty. She could like all kinds of stuff, but to cook, oh no,
It was a big no.
no.
So what did she do with
One
her
day
meatloaf?
she got mad, like, and she had to cook. She like my stepfather told her to go cook something for dinner, and my mom got mad, and she made meatloaf, and it still had the cross hatches from the hamburger package, like the you know
yeah.
like the thing from the bottom of the package. All she did was take the hamburger and go punk and stick it in the oven.
No mixing, no nothing, no.
Oh,
And she burned the hell out of it.
Oh my gosh! I remember the
And
first
so
time I
what
was
she
making.
did was she took breadcrumbs and put a face on it. And I'm like, Mom, that's like, you know that scene in Mad Max where the guy's arm falls out and it's like all burnt up? And we started calling it Mad Max Meatloaf. It was all
wait.
burnt up.
Do you
That's just
mean
a huge hamburger patty.
What was his name? He was the one that had the mask propped up on his back? Him? Do you mean him
No, it was
from
in the
Mad Max
first.
Beyond
It was the
Thunderdome?
first. It was in the first one.
Okay, no, because I was thinking in the second one.
It was Goose.
I cannot remember his name, but no, in the second one, he was fairly short, but it was an Asian woman face mask on a stick attached to his back, and it was like up here. And I can't remember his name, but he ended up in a crash at the very end, and you see his hand sticking out from the wreckage, touching the mask, and then he died. I thought you meant like that hand.
No, it's in the first Mad Max movie
Okay.
where his friend the Goose.
I remember the Goose.
They set him on fire and he's in the hospital, and he's like in an oxygen tent and his like arm falls out and it's like all burnt up. And Mad Max, that's when he freaks out and like becomes Mad Max.
He goes around the bend. Yes, I do remember it. Yes, the Goose.
Because at the time my mom made this meatloaf, that was the only Mad Max movie that was out besides The Road Warrior.
Well, and then there was Fifi, the guy who's like Mr. Clean, Fifi with a mustache.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yeah, there was him
time
too.
I made meatloaf. Panda was watching me, and he's like, "You're not adding cornflakes?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Thank God." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "My mom added cornflakes."
I wish my mom would have added cornflakes.
No, I don't think I would ever add cornflakes, but I would add breadcrumbs.
Yeah, add breadcrumbs. I don't cook it all that much because a pound of ground beef is like $8.
Yeah, it's not, and it's crazy because all the stuff that used to be cheap, like oxtail and tongue and like all of that stuff, because we used to have that stuff. Now it's like stupid expensive.
Well,
I
because
remember growing up.
way back that was considered like, oh, you didn't want to eat that, and now it's like it's more of like avant-garde to eat that.
It's like
Well,
that.
we'll
It's
just look
like
at
itchy.
when we were kids. Okay, you go down to the grocery store, get a 20-pound brisket for $5 because it was considered throwaway meat.
Yeah.
That same brisket is knocking $100 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing with sourdough. Same thing, because like we're going back like way, way, way back. Sourdough was construed like peasant bread because you couldn't afford to get yeast, like the proper yeast that you would get from a brewer. Because like if you got like proper, bread with, actual yeast in it, then, oh, you were the upper crust, no pun intended. But if you were of the poorer classes, you made sourdough because you had like the self-perpetuating yeast. And so you made do with what you had, and it was like this renewable resource. So you were considered plebeian if you ate sourdough. Now it's artisan.
Well, it's just like, okay, people taking homemade hamburgers, but now they're called smash burgers.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you did nothing special. We've been cooking them like that at home for decades.
All they did was put the weight on it, and it's like
we'd hit. You know that you've reached the end when they're gentrifying hamburgers.
And you were talking
Seriously.
about ground turkey. Now, there's a recipe I do that with ground turkey is I'll cook a box of stuffing, stovetop stuffing, mix it in with the ground turkey. And then
yes, you have my attention.
I love stovetop. I do.
And then what else? I forgot what else I add to it. And the seasonings, whatever, and cook it like it's a hamburger. And you got Thanksgiving in a burger form.
That sounds
just
good.
Put a little cranberry. Just put a little cranberry on it. That sounds good.
A cranberry aioli.
The best though is with stovetop. If you add in some ground sausage meat with the stovetop, chef's kiss. Makes it so good. But I've never understood stuffings with like, bits of apple and raisins and nuts and things.
No,
I don't want that kind of texture. I don't want that kind of texture and crunch in my stuffing. I want it to be soft, more homogeneous. But the stuffing with the sausage meat, really good. Recommend.
And for me, I don't like. I'm not going to eat the cornbread stuffing because corn. But bread stuffing. I love bread stuffing. I get cornbread stuffing, no. But then with like leftovers, what I'll also do is I'll take the stuffing and I'll put it in a pan, line the pan with it, and like a crust. Put it in the oven, let it kind of crisp up on the inside because you're going to be then we take that leftover turkey, the turkey gravy, and then whatever vegetables we had. And then I put mashed potatoes on top and put it back in the oven.
Like a shepherd's pie.
But it's a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, I'm a demon for mashed potatoes.
The one my dad used to make is when he'd usually barbecue the turkey, and he would make linguiça stuffing.
Linguiça?
Linguiça. Portuguese linguiça.
Educate me.
It's like it's sausage. It's like, and
I mean, I've heard of linguine, but I haven't heard of linguiça.
Linguiça is Portuguese sausage.
You got Michi over here. She goes, I'd never understand the American stuffing. It's never been stuffed in anything.
Touche. Fair point.
Very true.
Fair point. But I mean, the thing is, actually, when it comes to Thanksgiving, I'd much rather have a ham.
When Rebecca does the bird, she actually stuffs the bird. She makes really good stuffing.
I stuff it with just the herbs and spices. But we alternate. I can't have turkey back to back for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I can't do it. 1 year's a ham, and then turkey, and then the next year it's turkey, then ham.
Well, because also we alternate between a few. Sometimes it's leg of lamb. Sometimes it's turkey. Sometimes it's ham,
Homemade.
and
homemade.
sometimes it's pernil, which is like this pork roast, Puerto Rican pork roast dish.
That's what we did this year. This
And,
last year.
and we like cycle through those.
Yeah, we did a paneer this last Christmas, and then I want to say Thanksgiving. I just did huge hamburger sliders.
That sounds good.
That works.
Yeah. I
It's
think
just
it
me
was.
and him. Well, who else am I cooking for? You know?
I think it was Christmas that we did. My mom did chicken cordon bleu, and that was really good. You know, anything with cheese, I'm in.
I love
love
cheese,
cheese.
even though it affects me, but I love cheese. I can eat it out of the block, even though it affects me.
Now, is it like a lactose intolerance or?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
but just the other day, though, I decided I thought it would be nice to make some homemade tomato soup, and I made grilled cheese with my sourdough. So I had my grilled cheese and I got my tomato soup. Oh, it was so good. And the tomato soup, there's like a lot of butter in it, so it's really creamy, very rich. And I was having a field day with that. It's for two like really good sized servings of soup. It's like half a stick of butter.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot of butter. But
like a little tomato taste with your butter.
well, no, it's really good. It's like half a stick of butter and a couple of cloves of garlic and half an onion and a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and some water. And you just bring it up to a simmer. You let the stuff get soft. You can do like an immersion blender, but I just left it chunky. It was so good. It was really good. And I did a video on that ages ago. It's just really tasty.
There's a bakery I'll go to every blue moon when I'm in the mood for the fancy. We call it the fancy grilled cheese because it's the bread. I'll grab the bread and it's an Asiago Parmesan bread.
Ooh,
that sounds nice.
And then you just get nice thick slices of ham, and you get your. Usually I use Gouda or Munster cheese, but drizzle the outside with a little bit of olive oil. That's how you toast it. We call it the bougie grilled cheese.
yeah.
If I'm out of butter, I like to use bacon fat instead of butter. Bacon fat gives it a nice smoky flavor.
See, we don't eat a Panda will eat bacon all day long. I don't like bacon. I like sausage. The breakfast sausage out of the two, it's sausage.
When I make the bougie grilled cheese, it's got brie in it.
See, I guess I'm just like the basic bitch here because I go with like the American slices that are wrapped in plastic that kind of resemble plastic themselves.
I mean, that's what we have most of the time. But whenever I'm in that bougie mood, I'll go get that bread, and oh my gosh,
I claim it. I'm the basic bitch. What can I say? I mean, I do most of my shopping at Walmart, so
Walmart has brie.
I'm very basic.
Yeah, within a quarter of a mile, we have 2 Walmarts, so that's where we do most of our shopping at.
Well, the one that's like literally right next to where I work, that one they don't have any produce. It's just either canned, dried, frozen. There's nothing there that's fresh, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like a grocery store Walmart. It's just like pantry staple Walmart kind of thing, and that's what I make do with the majority of the time.
Yeah, because we've got 3 Walmarts like close by us. We've got 2 like regular Walmarts, and then we have another one that's the Walmart grocery store.
Yeah, that's like we have the super Walmart.
Yes.
That way, a quarter mile that way, and then a quarter mile this way, we have the grocery store, the neighborhood market, Walmart.
I mean, there is there is one that's like close-ish, but I, at that hour, I don't feel like driving that much further out. Because usually I do my grocery shopping after work because they're still open.
Yeah.
But where I got the produce, it's another grocery store. They're really good for more ethnically based stuff as opposed to like the typical American grocery store. They're really good when it comes to Asian and Hispanic foods and ingredients. They're really good with that. At
We
one
live on
point, they actually had. Pardon?
The side town we live on is more the Hispanic side, so we have a lot. The Walmarts here carry a lot of the Hispanic stuff, the Goya, everything.
I wish. Well, the grocery store. I mean,
That's
they
where-
have.
that's where we get- The Goya is where we get the tandules.
Well, they have like an entire section of just ramen, which I love the variety. They also, at one point, they had fresh sushi that was being made every day there, which was awesome. They stopped doing it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And they've got a great selection of Mexican herbs and spices and things, and tortillas for days. But I like to make my own.
When you're making that hamburger or making some chicken, if you go to the wherever you can get the like Hispanic
Spices,
these
seasonings,
spices and stuff, get some sazon.
Oh my gosh, yes, but be wary. Don't use it with wet hands because your fingers are going to end up being
turn orange.
That's all.
That is from
they will be orange.
Yes.
I have messed up many a day of filming because I can't film with orange fingers, and it doesn't wash off. Well either.
Well, what is it? What's in it that makes your hands turn orange?
It's called
Sazon.
Isn't it a sweat day?
I have no idea. I just know.
I mean, I don't know the Latin, the Spanish name for it. I know the Filipino name for it, which is a suete, and it's like these little red little nuggets, and you grind them up into this powder, and they use it. Achote.
Yes.
And it makes everything like orangey red.
But I add sazon and adobo into when I'm frying chicken. I'll add that into the flour with a little bit of garlic. That's all you need, and some pepper. Yeah. That's it. The sazon sazon in itself is enough, but the adobo too, perfect. Oh my gosh, I don't cook without those. I add them to spaghetti. That's a homemade spaghetti sauce.
Never even heard of them. Now you piqued my interest.
We've got 2 boxes of it sitting on the counter. The regular one and the cilantro one.
Cilantro tastes like soap to me, so I don't.
You do the soap thing.
They're annatto seeds.
Annatto
seeds.
It's annatto.
You piqued my interest.
Yeah. And Tony's mom or Peggy's mom will make some really good rice with he mentioned in here with sofrito, or I think it's sofrito, and she'll make her yellow rice and beans with that. Oh my gosh, it's a paste. And oh wow, yes. I can't do it, so I have to buy. I can't make it the way she does, so I just buy the Goya yellow beans and rice box. It's close enough.
Well, there's so many recipes and techniques and things that I want to try and do and so forth. One thing that I've been playing around a lot with is, pretty sure I showed you guys, hand pies. They are so good.
Oh, you toss some of this into your hand pies and whoo!
They put Hot Pockets to shame. They are so good. I love them. Yeah, it's a fair amount of work, but I make my own pastry dough, with frozen butter and a little bit of water and flour and whatnot, and you make this like really buttery, flaky pastry dough. And then I have my own rendition that I like to make, and I've done this several times, and I think they come out pretty good. Now, I know that some of you are very much against spam, and that's fine. You could substitute actual
against
ham.
spam?
What?
So who's against spam?
You know what? As long as it's not straight out of the can, I like
I
it.
don't like
If
it.
it's like
It's too
cooked or
salty.
heated, if it's cooked or heated, I like it. You know, but out of the can, no, thank you, I'm good. But no, some diced up spam, some diced up canned potatoes, because I like to do pantry based items, you know, for the most part, you know, things that are, you know, good in the pantry. And so can of potatoes and like half a can of spam, dice them up, add some Colby Jack blend cheese, shredded cheese, and some chili crisp, put that into a hand pie. Ooh, so
And this
good.
is Craig.
Panda loves the heck out of spam.
There you go.
No, it's salty. I don't like salt. Anything, and I don't even salt my food when I'm cooking it because I
But
cook it the
we
way I
like
want
your
to eat it.
sense of humor.
Hey, Craig, when you
Yes.
go into the store, this is what you're looking for.
Sazon Goya. All right. And that's the stuff that'll make my hands orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But
so its
it'll
application
flavor your
is
food.
Not sponsored by them.
They're in little packets,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just sprinkle it on your food. Like, yeah,
Yeah, they come in. That's like these little,
uh-huh.
and then you
So, like,
there's a
and
perforation.
it's flavored like what exactly?
it's hard to describe.
It's like sazon.
It'll up the game of your food. Let me tell you.
Like, is it like better on chicken or fish or beef or veggies or anything?
Yes.
Better on everything.
Yeah.
Well,
You can put
okay,
this
so
on a
it's sort of like
shoe. You can put this on a shoe and make it edible.
like a fix, like a cure-all, everything, whatnot, like ketchup. Like ketchup makes everything better, you know.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You know, I'm a big fan of ketchup. What can I say?
No, this is. I mean, it even says on the back. Use it for meats, stews, salad, soups, poultry, pasta, rice, beans.
It's kind of like a seasonal.
Vegetables. Yeah.
It's a Hispanic seasonal. And I use it on almost everything, you know, pork chops, turkey, chicken.
Pork chops.
You name it.
Wrong.
And
you
then,
come out with
and
orange
then
pork chops.
you have the hairdresser version, Vidal Sazon.
Oh goodness.
You know I'm cheesy. You know this. This is not a big shocker. You know that I've got questionable humor. You know, and I they're bad jokes, but I make an effort. I try.
But it's good, and it I've used it on everything, and same with adobo. I use it on everything.
I'm gonna have to pick that up and
we've
add it
got
to my
both.
repertoire.
And then we've got the other package that's the cilantro one. Because Rebecca and I, it doesn't taste like soap.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with
Sure, I'm the
cilantro.
weirdo.
You know, it's
No,
not.
it's like DNA. It says that some people have like cilantro tastes like soap, and other people their DNA says that they like it.
And you know what that is though? Is the people who like cilantro, it's actually a mutation. Y'all are mutants.
Well, I sort of feel like that with pickled ginger. Like whenever I get sushi, I never eat the pickled ginger because to me it smells and tastes like perfume.
I eat the pickled ginger. You're supposed to eat it between. You're supposed to eat it between the sushi so it cleanses your palate.
Yes.
That's why you have water. You just like have a sip of water.
That's why I don't eat fish. I mean, I'm gay for a reason.
I wasn't gonna say it, you said it. My goodness. I know I do love sushi. You know, I like tuna fish and I like sushi, but as far as like cooked fish, like shrimp, I like shrimp. you know, shrimp or scallops, you know, but like, you know, my mom, she makes salmon and the whole place stinks for like a day or two. Oh,
Yeah, I can't. I salmon if it's raw, like in sashimi, or
Mhm.
if it's like smoked salmon, like or in like lox and bagels kind of
I love
thing.
lox. Yeah.
I can eat it. If it's like baked or barbecued or anything like that, forget it.
No.
It's over. I can't. The smell just puts it's bleh.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like if you get sushi and it smells fishy, don't eat it.
I don't eat it.
No,
Yeah. Well,
with
besides fish, we don't cook.
sushi, with sushi, it's like if it doesn't smell like fish, you're good to go. But if it does smell like fish, don't do it. Don't do it. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
We actually have a Japanese restaurant, a Japanese store, a stone's throw away from us,
I hate
Oh
you.
yeah.
I'm
and
jealous.
So
they actually on the weekends and stuff, they actually have like sashimi quality, like tuna and salmon and
I'm jealous.
uni and like they have that, and they have your triangle gizmos.
Onigiri.
see,
Yanagiri.
like we don't eat the fish stuff, but there's one thing I cannot cook in the house with Panda being here. He cannot be in the house when it's cooked, and it is not gross. It's a lumpia.
What's that?
Really?
He doesn't like the smell of lumpia when it's cooking.
What's wrong with the smell of lumpia? Like,
Lumpia
What is
is
that?
just it's the Filipino version of an egg roll, really.
yes,
Okay.
And they're so good though. They're way better than an egg roll or
yes.
spring roll. They're way better. He
I
just can't be in
love
the house when there's
I love egg
he doesn't
rolls,
like the smell
but
of it.
rice
But does
paper
he eat it?
wrappers, I hate.
Oh, he'll eat it. I'll make like 3 dozen. He'll eat all 3 dozen because he loves them so much.
But he can't be in the house when you're cooking them.
Yeah, he can't stand the smell.
Oh, everybody's got an idiosyncrasy. I mean, I wanted to make my own spring rolls, so I got like the spring roll rice paper wrappers. Oh, they were so gross. They were like alien skin mucus membrane, stretchy, chewy. Like I don't know if I was making them wrong.
You got the wrong ones.
You got
They were
something
so.
wrong.
It was like
Oh, damn! Were they like
what?
round? Were they like round and kind of translucent looking? You got
Yeah,
those are the Vietnamese ones for the fresh rolls. You dip
right,
those in water
right.
and you flatten it out and you
Yeah,
put lettuce and
yeah.
shrimp
That's what I
and
was doing,
then
and they were
you fold
awful.
it over and roll it up.
Yes,
Yeah, they
they
are.
were so awful.
But like the easiest way for how to describe the outside texture of a lumpia is
Yeah, that's the wrong
you
one.
use a wonton wrapper.
Yeah,
That's what you use, really.
Yeah.
A wonton wrapper. So the outside's
Because
crispy like a wonton.
I was trying them because I wanted to make my own spring rolls, but I was just like, I'm sorry to get gross, but no, they were making my gag reflex like go into hyperdrive because the
Oh,
texture was just like rubber slime.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah,
It was so gross.
those are like for the fresh spring rolls.
Oh, I no, like never again. So then I was deep frying them to make like
Okay.
puffy chips, you know, because like when you put that rice paper into hot oil, they poof.
mhm.
They like it's almost like packing peanuts, and those were good. But unfortunately, I had the heat of the oil too high. It was like I was like going past the smoking point, and we had to open up all the windows,
I've
and
done
because
that a
we didn't
few
want the
times.
alarm to go off. And my mom's like, "What are you doing? You're gonna kill us!" You know. So
And then the
I
odor
don't make
gets
those
into
anymore.
everything.
I do not make those anymore.
That's
So
me.
oh well. You know, I try new things. I just don't always succeed with them. That's all. You know. Que sera, sera.
The smell of
Yeah.
the smell of cooking pig's feet. What?
Ooh.
Aljoy.
Yeesh.
Well, see, we got
Aljoy
hooked on
crochet.
lumpia because in the Navy, it seemed like every other chief in the Navy was Filipino, and every cookout we'd have, so we'd have the cookouts. All the Filipinos would bring a mess ton of lumpia, and so you got that homemade fresh lumpia all the time. Oh my gosh!
Did they bring any other dishes?
I don't remember because I got lost on the lumpia.
Aha.
That good, huh?
He was
Oh,
stationed
lumpia
in-
is, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
No.
you could eat lumpia as its own meal.
Well, now you're piquing my curiosity, and now when the stream is done, I have to like look up like, is this something that I'm going to be able to make on my own?
Yeah. Lumpia are pretty easy. It's just
A ground sausage, like you can use an Italian sausage in them. Or
Yeah.
beef,
And the
or
wrapping,
chicken, you name it.
the wrapping is what?
It's wonton.
Wonton
Yeah.
wrappers. Okay.
You just got a $20 Canadian from Cocktails and Crochet with Coco. Hey, Craig, it's been a while. Miss ya.
Coco!
Hello to everyone else. Hi, Coco.
Hi, Coco.
Thank you,
It's been
Coco.
such a long time. I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is doing spiffy up there, up north. Hope you're doing all right. You know, it's been a long time. Thank you. Much obliged.
But I'm going to have to get going.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, to be fair,
My phone
it's
is
been
dying.
2 hours, and
Yeah.
you said that you'd be good for an hour, and then you turn into a pumpkin. But no,
Well,
thank you so much.
I have the compression sock on, and this leg is so swollen because of the nerve syndrome. So,
Well, with the
been dealing
compression
with
socks,
that.
do you also wear orthopedic shoes to round out the package?
No, I do
Hey,
have
when you give them
the
when you give
Skechers
them
memory
brief
foam.
more about the compression stockings, because I wear them too. So
I only wear it when the swelling, like when this leg decides to flare up.
I've got
That's
Elmo.
when I put them on.
Ow, I got a cramp.
see,
That's what you get for talking.
karma.
Ah,
That's karma.
yes, your karma ran over my dogma. That was a cramp. Oh my god.
That's talking crap.
That was bad. Me showing off
You
my
gotta
Elmo
wish you had a
socks.
compression sock.
Always at my expense. All right. Well, listen, everybody out there. See, we're ending on a happy note. Everybody out there in YouTube land, again, I apologize for the technical difficulties of not being able to see the chat, but Michael and Matt, thank you so much for picking up the slack on the restream end. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining me, everybody. And you guys know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, everybody, ever so much. And you have a fabulous day. Thank you. Bye for now, everybody. Love you.